Alright, anyone else got some video game news?
I got gaming, but it's TTRPG, so if we want to move on. Oh, it's a quick one. Hey, everybody got your player handbooks out there? It's time to update your 5e books. We are getting new Players Handbook, Monster Manual, and Dungeon Master's Guide. Pre-orders are up for those. The release dates are Players Handbook will come out September 17th, 2024. New Dungeon Master's Guide on 12th of November 2024. And Monster Manual, 18th February 2025. Of course, we're going to have new subclasses in there, new mechanics, new monsters. Of course, Dungeon Master Guides are a necessity around here. We play D&D on this channel. I have already pre-ordered all three. Right now, if you actually get it through D&D Beyond, you get some digital editions as well, which we need because we do build games online. And a couple of like little bonuses, little dice you can use on D&D and Beyond. Of course, I still want my physical copies of things. Like, of course, you know, all three of, you casts have all DM'd on the show, and y'all need those books. So if it adds to me getting D&D, I'm going to buy those things, which is why I've already pre-ordered them. So we'll have digital editions and hardcover. New artwork in all of the books, which some of it looks really good. So
that's half the fun.
I do like they're staggering the releases of these, so you're not just because total it was about $180 for all three books, but with all the bonuses as well. Because I do want that stuff.
Yeah. I'm gonna make a dig at Wizards of the Coast. None of that art is AI art, right? Because they're getting into a lot of trouble for that shit right now.
Oh no!
Better not be. I will say I've been paying attention. I'm also, I do a group that swaps around TTRPGs. I played Monster of the Week. I played Hellfolk. So I've been very interested in how D&D is changing itself to be a better RPG. And I started looking at, I play a monk, Way of the Elements, which is now being changed to Warrior of the Elements. One of the things that they're trying to do with this edition, which I want to be very clear, this is a tweaking of 5e. This is not a new edition of D&D. So I looked at what I'm playing now, Warrior of the Elements, and it's significantly better. Martial classes have been not so much fighter. Barbarian's pretty good, but Monk has been historically very weak class. Mm-hmm. And I looked at Warrior of the Elements. They're making it better. They are actually increasing how many times... Well, they're making it easier for you to get back. They're no longer calling them key points. They're not called discipline points, which they're trying to get a little bit more away from this kind of stereotypical Asian representation of a monk, which...
So, I think
there's an argument. I think there's an argument for both sides, but I understand why they're doing it.
Yeah.
So they're buffing them, basically.
They're buffing them, and
nice.
Way of the Elements has been historically known as a very weak subclass. They're buffing it significantly.
Well, that's good, because a lot of times if you have that, nobody wants to be that character, because it's so limited.
And, I chose it despite the fact that it's a weak subclass, because I thought it fit my character.
Sure.
Octavia, learning about magic was a big part of her character. Now that they're making that a more feasible route to go down, I really, really appreciate that.
I like that.
I also looked at Crusher was a Berserker barbarian. They're also tweaking Berserker barbarian. So they're tweaking a lot of these martial classes in very interesting ways. They're also, like you said, tweaking spells to make them, to kind of balance them a little bit more. So this is very much like a video game patch.
Yes,
that's what it sounds like. That's what it sounds like. Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's the beauty of this. Let's fix it on the fly.
I play Helldivers 2. There's patches every other week.
Yeah, and I understand them not wanting to start from the ground up, especially with people, there's been such an explosion of people that play D&D over the past 10 years, partially due to the fact that 5e is very, very easy to play.
They've made so much money in the last few years. They're adding on to their crews about, development and all that stuff now.
Yeah, this is absolutely the right move for them to make, especially with some people wanting to look away from D&D to play some of these other TTRPGs, them kind of tweaking it and presenting a new way to play is, I think, very, very interesting.
And just, by the way, I did pay a little bit for the pre-order.
Yeah.
But we do have an active D&D Beyond account that we use between our crew.
Yeah.
And they are offering a discount on all the books. It's normally like $240 altogether.
Ooh.
But they kicked off a little bit, and there are some bonuses for your D&D Beyond account. So I would definitely recommend going that route. Yeah. I want the hard copy and digital edition because I want my people building my world to have all of the tools they need.
It's such a good reference to just be able to flip through a page, especially when you're trying to find like something random. Not having to search for things is very, very nice. Yeah.
So I want those hard. I mean, we always have hard copies of the handbook around, but I don't think we've really had one of the Monster Manual and Dungeon Master's Guide. I think you have.
I have.
Yeah, you bought it, but
Kat has the MCDM, Monster Manual from Where Evil Lies. I think she's the MCDM.
And I did get the digital editions to add to our D&D Beyond account because they were on sale at one point, and I was like, they have a big sale.
And she's found that useful as well.
Yeah, so I definitely recommend if you're going to get the books, you can get the hard copies and the digital copies from D&D Beyond and save yourself a little bit of money. Not an endorsement of them. We use them, and they cut me a little bit of slack on the money. So $60 is $60. That's 3 figures.
And when you're playing these type of games, unfortunately, there is a lot of expenditures that are involved in this. I play Imperial Assault and Star Wars Armada, and the amount of money that I spent on these models and stuff is ridiculous.
You know what? It's nothing compared to Warhammer.
No, it's in that same boat, though. It's in that same boat.
I'm never going to get into Warhammer, though. It's so
I got called out on that on Twitter. Shayna Baszler, who is a wrestler for WWE.
Okay.
Very good wrestler. Huge Warhammer fan. And somebody had gotten into the conversation of like where she lives and how, and somebody mentioned like how much money she made, and I put a comment, she plays Warhammer, she ain't got no money.
No, for real.
Shayna Baszler replied and said, look, first off.
How dare you?
Second, you are
and you're absolutely right, yes.
1,000%. Henry Cavill needs to make Superman money just
add the figures. Oh, you are not lying.
I did not expect, like, people were just liking it because I know a lot of them are Warhammer people probably. But Shayna Baszler, okay, first off, she put that on, but like, nothing else.
He quit The Witcher. Now he has to fill out job applications at Walgreens just so
he has the Warhammer project that he's getting in, that he's leading, so I'm sure he's okay on that.
Baszler is begging to be a part of that too, but she should be.
I'm looking forward to it.
She's a huge fan.
The lore in that game alone is like it's the same level as Dune. Like it is so thick.
Well, we got to get this show back on track because we got a lot of stories still to get through.